My name is Sajay, and this is the one trip I wish I could forget. I was 17 when it happened, a simple high school trip that turned into something none of us were prepared for. Even now, when I close my eyes, I can still hear the sound that followed us that night. Not loud, not sudden, just steady and patient, like something waiting. We were heading to a mountain campsite, about 4 hours away from school. Everyone was excited. Students were shouting, laughing, throwing bags into the bus, taking selfies, talking about games, food, and ghost stories. We planned to tell once we'd reached, but that morning felt rushed. Usually, before any long journey, our principal would gather everyone for a short prayer. It was something we always did. Even the students who didn't pay much attention still stood quietly. It felt safe. It felt right. But that day, the driver was in a hurry. Some students were late. Teachers were trying to manage the noise. Names were being checked quickly. And before anyone realized it, the bus started moving. No prayer. No moment of silence. Nothing. I remember looking back at the school gate as we left. For some reason, he felt uneasy, not scared, just uncomfortable, like I had forgotten something important. The first 2 hours were normal. Music was playing. Some students were dancing in the aisle. Others were sleeping. The weather was bright and clear. Then the sky changed. Dark clouds rolled in so fast it didn't feel natural. Within minutes, the sunlight disappeared. Rain began pouring heavily, hitting the bus windows so hard it sounded like small stones were being thrown at us. The road became narrow. Forests surrounded us on both sides. Tall, thick trees blocked the view. There were no houses, no shops, no other vehicles. Just us. Then the bus suddenly jerked. The engine made a deep, choking sound, and it stopped. Complete silence followed. The driver tried to start it again. Nothing. Again. Nothing. The teachers told us to stay calm. But something about the silence outside felt wrong. Even the rain had slowed down. One of the girls sitting near the back slowly stood up. Her face had lost all color. She pointed at the window. "Someone is outside," she whispered. We all turned to look. At first, I saw nothing, just darkness and rain. Then lightning flashed. For 1 second, the whole forest lit up. And I saw it, a tall figure standing between the trees. Too tall. Its head was slightly bent, like its neck was longer than it should be. It wasn't moving, just standing there, watching the bus. When the lightning faded, it was gone. People started murmuring. Some said it was a tree. Some said it was their imagination. Then came the sound. Tap, a slow knock on the bus window. Everyone froze. Tap, this time from the other side. A teacher quickly stood up. "No one opened the windows," she said, her voice shaking. Then the bus door handle moved. Slowly. But the door didn't open. Someone, or something, was trying to pull it from outside. A boy near the front started crying. And then we heard footsteps, not walking. Dragging. Slowly circling the bus. Score step. Score step, as if something was dragging one leg. The footsteps stopped right outside my window. I didn't want to look. I told myself not to. But primera vez. Another flash of lightning lit up the road, and this time, it was closer. Right next to the bus. Its face was not clear, but I could see its eyes. They didn't blink. They were fixed, looking straight inside, at me. I couldn't breathe. Ten suddenly. The bus shook. A loud bang hit the side, like something had slammed its body against it. Students started screaming. Another loud bang, then another. It was hitting the bus from outside, mobbing around searching. And then, in the middle of all the fear, One quiet voice spoke. Did we pray before we left? No one answered, because we all knew. We forgot. The teacher at the front stood up. Her hands were trembling. Everyone, close your eyes, she said. Slowly, one by one, we closed our eyes. The teacher began to pray, softly. At first, only a few voices joined, then more. Then almost the entire bus. Outside, the dragging footsteps continued. Score. Step. Score. Step. Step. It came closer to the door. Suddenly a loud scratch ran across the metal side of the bus, like sharp nails being dragged slowly from the front to the back. But the teacher kept praying. We kept praying. Our voices grew louder. And then, all at once, the sounds stopped. No footsteps. No scratching. Nothing. Even the rain stopped. The silence was so deep it felt heavy. After a few seconds, the driver tried the engine again. It started instantly, like nothing had ever been wrong. He didn't say a word. Just drove. No one spoke for the rest of the journey. When we finally reached the campsite, the sky was clear. The road behind us looked normal. Peaceful. The next day, before we started our return trip, the principal made everyone gather in front of the bus. This time, no one rushed. No one talked. We all stood quietly, and we prayed. The journey back was smooth, calm, safe. Years have passed since that night, but I still remember those eyes staring through the window. Still remember the sound of something dragging itself in the darkness. And I am certain about one thing: never begin a journey without prayer, because sometimes you don't know what might be waiting on the road. And sometimes prayer is the only thing that keeps it from getting in. If you liked this story, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment for more.